Imagine waking up tomorrow to a single headline. Dinosaurs are back. Not in a movie. Not in a museum. Alive, breathing, and loose on the same planet you live on. Your first thought is probably teeth, claws, roaring chaos in the streets. But the real answer to what would happen next is far stranger and far more terrifying than anything Hollywood has ever shown you. Right now, somewhere in a museum, you can stand 3 feet away from a Tyrannosaurus skull and feel nothing but mild curiosity. You can take a photo. You can read the plaque. You can walk away and grab a coffee. But what if that skull still had a body attached? What if it blinked? What if it turned toward you? You have been told a comforting story. The story goes like this: dinosaurs are simply bigger, scarier versions of animals you already know. A Tyrannosaurus is just a really big crocodile. A velociraptor is just a really fast dog. This is wrong. And the ways it is wrong are exactly why bringing dinosaurs back would not look like a theme park. It would look like an extinction event in reverse. Start with the air itself. During the late Cretaceous period, roughly 66 million years ago, atmospheric oxygen levels were different from today, and so was the planet's average temperature. Paleontologist Paul Sereno, who has spent decades excavating dinosaur fossils across the world, has noted that many dinosaur species evolved highly efficient respiratory systems, similar to modern birds, with air sacs that allowed for sustained high-energy activity. Why does this matter? Because a dinosaur transplanted into today's world is not just a big animal. It is a high-performance engine built for a world that no longer exists. Now picture the math. A single adult Tyrannosaurus rex needed an enormous amount of food to sustain its body mass. Estimates from paleobiologists suggest an adult T. Rex could have consumed several hundred pounds of meat in a single feeding. Multiply that by a population. Multiply that by every other large predator and herbivore you would need to bring back to keep the food chains stable. You do not get a zoo. You get a famine. Within weeks, every major livestock population on the continent you release them on would be gone. Not because dinosaurs are evil. Because biology does not care about your theme park ticket sales. Here is the part most people get wrong. You assume the danger is the teeth. It is not. The danger is the numbers. A single predator is a tragedy. A population is an ecosystem collision. Modern Earth has spent 66 million years building food webs that do not include a 40-foot herbivore stripping a forest bare in an afternoon. Researcher Steve Brussett, a paleontologist who has written extensively on dinosaur biology, has pointed out that many large dinosaur species needed to consume plant matter constantly, almost non-stop, simply to maintain their body temperature and energy levels. An Argentinosaurus, one of the largest land animals to ever exist, would not nibble at your local park. It would clear it. Then move to the next one. Then the next. You might be picturing teeth and claws. But the quieter killers would be smaller. Much smaller. Disease works in both directions across time. Modern humans and modern animals have no immune defenses against ancient pathogens that dinosaurs may have carried, the same way history shows what happens when two biological worlds collide without warning. When European colonizers arrived in the Americas, diseases like smallpox devastated indigenous populations who had never been exposed to those pathogens, killing far more people than any war did. Now reverse that timeline by 66 million years. A dinosaur is not just an animal. It is a walking archive of ancient bacteria, ancient parasites, ancient viruses your immune system has never met and was never built to fight. Could modern predators even compete? This is where the story gets quietly humbling. A lion is fast. A grizzly bear is powerful. But neither evolved in a world with apex predators that weighed 7 tons and hunted in coordinated patterns. Some paleontologists, including those studying Velociraptor and its relatives, have proposed that smaller theropods may have hunted in groups, using both speed and intelligence layered into a sickle-shaped claw on each foot built specifically for puncturing prey. Modern carnivores have never had to evolve defenses against that. There was no reason to. The pressure disappeared 66 million years ago. And then there is the climate problem, which sounds boring until you realize it would matter most of all. Many dinosaur species were enormous specifically because the Cretaceous world supported that size, with different plant life, different oxygen levels, different temperature bands. Drop that same body into a modern climate with modern plant species, and many herbivorous dinosaurs would not even be able to digest what is growing in your backyard. Grasses, the most common plant on Earth today, did not become widespread until after most dinosaurs were gone. You would be reintroducing an animal into a world that no longer makes the food it needs. So if you bring dinosaurs back, the most likely outcome is not roaring chaos. It is quiet collapse. Some species would starve within months. Others would overwhelm local ecosystems and strip them bare before starving anyway. A small number, the adaptable ones, the omnivores, the ones closest to modern birds, might survive in fragmented pockets, the way feral pigs or invasive pythons survive today, not as kings of the earth but as stubborn, dangerous weeds in a garden that was never built for them. Here is the twist that makes this stranger than fiction. You already live with the descendants of dinosaurs. Every single bird outside your window right now is, by definition, a dinosaur. The sparrow on the power line. The pigeon on the sidewalk. The chicken on your dinner plate. They survived the asteroid impact 66 million years ago not because they were strong, but because they were small, adaptable, and needed very little to get by. Paleontologist Stephen Brusette has called birds the only dinosaur lineage that found a way through the bottleneck, while every massive, specialized, food-hungry giant did not. This is the part that should sit with you. The lesson of the dinosaurs is not that bigger is better. It is the opposite. The animals built like tanks, built for dominance, built for a world of abundance, were the first to disappear when the world changed. The animals built for flexibility, for small appetites, for adapting to scraps, are the ones still here, still singing outside your window every single morning. So the next time you walk past that museum skull and feel a flicker of awe at how big, how powerful, how unstoppable it must have been, remember the quieter truth standing just outside the window. Power did not save the dinosaurs. Adaptability did. And the real survivors were never the giants at all. They were the ones small enough to begin again. Thanks for watching till the end.